Hello all, it's Total Destruction 1497. So, with the Pinnacle MovieBox I just recently I got it yesterday. I received it, I should say. I didn't get it. I purchased it a while ago, but I received it in the mail yesterday. So I figured you guys might want to have a tutorial about how to set this thing up. Well, I'm here to give you that tutorial. So, welcome to this next Total Tutorial. Alright guys, so basically this total tutorial is how to set it up and how to transfer from your camera into the Pinnacle and onto your computer. It's actually quite a simple process, so long as you do it pretty much exactly as I do it. Now, I'm going to warn you that sometimes with your camera it might not work the first time because there's an update. Like I have Windows Vista, and I had to install an update for the Pinnacle software before it would recognize my camera. I was getting really frustrated because it wouldn't recognize the camera. I thought there was something wrong with the camera, but it turns out the camera's perfectly fine, everything's perfectly fine, it just needed an update, but I'm glad I did. So if you're experiencing the same problem, that your camera will not appear, as I will show you in a little bit once you set it up, if it doesn't appear, then go to the website and download the update for your computer. And the link for that will be in the description. I'll link to the updates page. But anywho, so there are a couple things that you're going to need in order to do this. First off, obviously you're going to need the camera. Whatever camera it is, as you can see, it takes MiniDV. I'm actually not going to take it out to show you that it's MiniDV, but as you can clearly see, it says MiniDV right there. See? MiniDV, okay? So that is a DV camcorder. In other words, it's a tape. It's a little tape, okay? Second thing you're going to need is you're going to need the Pinnacle device itself. Now, what it comes with, and what you're going to need, is you're going to need the USB cable that goes into the back. You're going to need the FireWire cable, which it comes with, or you can buy one of your own, it doesn't matter. And you're going to need the Pinnacle device itself. Now, this is basically a capture card. A nicer capture card than the one I used to have. Alright, and obviously you're going to need a computer. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your device, you're going to take your USB cord and your device, you're going to want to bring it over to your computer, wherever your computer is. Mine is here. And you're going to want to take this end of the USB and plug it into the back. Sorry about that. Okay, if I can get this with using one hand. Yeah, there we go. So that's plugged in. And now you're going to want to plug the Pinnacle into your computer USB port. And as you just heard, I don't know if you did hear that or not, but it was a classic doo-doo, you know, when it says there's a device installed. Now, when the first time you plug it in, it will install some drivers for you. But since I plugged mine in yesterday, I installed all the drivers. Everything's all done, but the drivers are they install automatically, you don't have to do anything, just like when you install anything else. So when it's done, the little green light will light up, and that means it's ready to use. So now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over, pick up your camera and the FireWire cable. Alright, bring it over to your computer yet again. And now, let me set this down actually. Hello. Okay, so you're going to want to take the small end of the FireWire cable and plug it into wherever your DV port is. Now your DV port should look something like that. So you're going to take the small end, plug it into the DV port. Sorry if I know it's out of frame right now, but I'm just plugging it in. Boom, it's plugged in, okay? So now you're going to want to take the FireWire end and you're going to want to plug it into the FireWire port. FireWire port being this one right here. So now you're going to want to plug it in. And, well, of course it's not doing the do-do yet because I haven't actually turned the camera on yet, which is probably helpful. So now once it's plugged in, You want to turn on your camera. And there you go. There's the doo-doo, which means that it's a recognized device. Now, most Windows computers will have, well, if they're old enough, since I have a Vista, it's still old enough to have the import video using Windows import video. So you can see it says digital video device, which is my camera, and it says import video. Okay, not all computers have this. Newer computers don't, because they don't really support FireWire. Well, they do technically, but you know, they don't have digital video importer. So you can import it using Windows Video Importer. However, I'm going to show you what to do if you have the Pinnacle software right here. Okay. Okay, and I'm sorry this is kind of crappy quality. My capture thing on my computer isn't actually working properly, but I'm going to try my hardest to do this without making it super crappy. Okay? So now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go up to Import. It's going to load the Studio Import. And there we go. Okay, now if you did it correctly, your device should appear right there. See, mine is Panasonic DV device. And the screen is black, but that's because I haven't started playing yet. But as you can see, if I click play, you can control the device from your computer. Testing, 1, 2, 3. So there you go. That was in my room, and we can stop now. And we can also rewind from here, which is awesome. But yeah, so you can record everything. Now, when you want to start capturing, what you want to do is you can click Start Capture, but you don't have to click Play. It'll automatically start playing, and it will stop at the end of the tape. Now, in order to make it stop at the end of the tape, though, you have to make sure that Stop at End of Tape is checked. Or on, I should say. Scene detection will basically, it'll know when you stop recording, when you started and stopped the recording, just by the dates of the video and the times, which is handy if you have a lot of footage. But since I only have one, I'm going to keep it on anyways. But then you can choose the presets. I keep it on DV because it's the highest quality. But you can choose MPEG, or you can go to Custom, and then when you want to customize it, click on the little arrow, and you can choose different things. I'm sorry, my hand is kind of shaky, but DV. Okay, so, and then you can name your file whatever you want. I'm just going to call it test. And I know. Okay, so now when we're ready, we're going to click Start Capture. Testing, 1, 2, 3. And it'll automatically stop when the tape stops, or when it reaches the end of the footage. And, well, most of the time it stops automatically. Well, it does, but you just got to wait a minute for it to, like, render down here. That's an old piece of footage, I think. Okay. Alright. So it should stop automatically. There we go. Okay, and now you can just click the X when you're done. And it should appear in your tray up here, and you can just drag it down. Oops. You can drag it down, and you can see the preview over here. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Now, the only thing about tapes is, well, for most DV, is that it captures in widescreen. Now, if you have a newer DV camcorder, that might not be the case. Or you might be able to put it in cinema mode, which will put it like all the way across, like from here to here, but there will be black bars on top. It's basically the opposite, but the black bars switch from the top. Mine has cinema mode, which will make it look more like a movie, I guess. But another thing is that since it is DV, when it transfers over, it will lose some of the quality, and then when you render it, it'll lose a little bit more quality. This isn't really avoidable, but if you use the right software and you know what you're doing, you can make it look better again. Alright, so that's pretty much it. If I transfer over, again, I'm sorry this is kind of crappy quality. I know I usually do my tutorials better than this, but I was feeling kind of lazy, and my screen capture on my computer doesn't work because it's freaking HyperCam and it sucks. But you get the general idea. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments below. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And as always, remember to stay in the path of destruction.
and takes a part of me.